And welcome back to another podcast with Mr. Hagan. And on this podcast, we're continuing with the aggregate expenditure model and going through examples. And the example in this one, let me just move this over a little bit. The example for this one is going to be China. My real world event is going to be China falls into recession. Now, it's important to, I've been assuming this on all the other podcasts that we've done. I need to really say it explicitly here. This right here, this Y we're talking about, that's the gross domestic product for the United States. This is the aggregate expenditures for the United States. This is consumption, investment, government spending, net exports for the United States. So this is the United States economy that we are analyzing, and we're saying China, some other country, falls into recession. So China falls into recession. What's my determinant then for the United States? My determinant would be a change in net exports. Your net exports are going to change, and that's going to be the specific determinant is going to be foreign income. That's going to be my shorthand for foreign income. So incomes, if they go into recession, incomes in China are going to go down. If incomes in China go down, that means that Chinese people will not be able to buy as many goods and services from the United States, and that means United States exports will go down. So if we get a decrease in U.S. exports, then that means U.S. net exports are going to decline as well. Because remember that net exports are equal to exports minus imports. So if exports go down, then that's going to cause net exports to go down for the United States. So China goes into recession. They can't buy as many, they don't have as high incomes as they did before, so they buy fewer goods from the United States. United States exports go down. U.S. net exports go down, and that means that aggregate expenditures for the United States is going to go down. So it's a decrease in aggregate expenditures. Curve shifts down, and as a result of that, the level of production in the United States is now greater than the spending, because foreigners are buying fewer of our goods. That causes inventories to begin to pile up, and that causes companies to respond by decreasing production. So as aggregate expenditures decline, as spending goes down, then that means that inventories rise, companies decrease production, gross domestic product will fall until we get down here to Y2. So decrease in gross domestic product. So if China goes into recession, then that puts the United States into recession. I mean, recession might be overstating it, but our GDP will be lower than it otherwise would have been. That's a better way to say it. So what's our rule? Our rule says this. If you get an increase in foreign income, that would be the opposite of what we just did. If you get an increase in foreign income, if Europe starts growing quickly, then they start buying more U.S. goods. That would cause everything to go in reverse. U.S. exports would go up, net exports would go up, the curve would shift up, everything would go in the opposite direction. So increased foreign income, curve shifts up, and then the example we just did, decreased foreign income, curve will shift down. Increased foreign income, curve shifts up, decreased foreign income, curve shifts down. This has been Mr. Hagan on another podcast. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next podcast.